I'm just cautioning you now. Obey my command at all times. Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
As Ray's a fight, I expect for that reason that Marvin Hagler, at least in this first and perhaps through the first several rounds,
the early rounds could really dictate how this fight will go.
The first round is the key round.
We're underway. And the pace is up-tempo right at the opening bell.
Hagler being the aggressor.
Hearns working that jab. He has a very quick jab. There's no denying it. And he caught Hagler with two good jabs and a right hand that might have hurt Hagler. Tremendous pace in the first round.
I expected this, Barry. Both guys are going at it.
Hearns getting the better of it right now. And a left hand by Hagler. What a pace.
You know, both the guys just winging shots, so whoever gets caught in the chin may go down.
Left hand by Hagler that stood Hearns straight up. And a right hand. Both men have felt the wrath of the other.
Tommy is hurt, unsteady.
And a left hand by Hearns. Threw that off his back foot, though. There's the short right.
Hagler now just uses his defense. He's walking towards Hearns. He's doing the right thing now. Hearns is on his bicycle. Hagler now is going to his body.
Remember, Roldan caught Marvin Hagler early on also. There's another good straight right hand by Hagler.
Both fighters are really off balance.
Hagler leading with the right hand, but he's kind of lunging with it. There's another right hand, backs Hearns into the ropes.
Watch for Hagler's hook.
Another good right hand by Hearns. Tremendous pace in the first round. Blood coming from the face of Marvin.
Win it in the next round.
It is over the right eye, I believe, of Marvin Hagler. We'll wait till we get him. And there's a lot of blood early on here. An awful lot of blood on the face of Marvin Hagler. It is in a place where it could do serious damage. We'll know between rounds when we get into the corner. Hagler punishing Hearns now. But it is Hagler who is bleeding. This is still the first round.
The second round, these guys will definitely pace themselves. There has been no boxing at all, just fighting here.
Just slugging. Blood on the face of Marvin Hagler. Again, we can't quite tell where it's coming from while Hagler continues to dish out punishment. And now Hearns bounces right back. This may be the most brutal, even round you've ever seen in boxing.
that's always been a question since your fight with Hearns, whether he could take these kinds of punches. Marvin has decided to try to assert his strength as a natural middleweight over Hearns, and at least in that round, he didn't.
And now Tommy Hearns has a target.
Hold it.
And the key man in this fight can now be the corner. Hagler comes out with a quick right hand. It is not a pace that can go on for 12 rounds. There's no question about that. Regardless of how well conditioned these two are.
That's a fight.
You know, the first round, these guys did not use their boxing skills. They just went in there and just unleashed all kinds of punches. They were off balance. This time Hearns, second round, Hearns is pretty much using his skill. He's boxing. I believe before the Hagler pretty much landing on Tommy. The hook. Because Tommy has a tendency to lean back. And Hagler comes with that looping right hook.
There is a swelling under the eye of Marvin Hagler as well, and also a little bit of blood under as well as over it. There's a left hand by up, gets his breath and comes right back. Hagler has been effective with a right hand lead.
I like Marvin's tactic so far. He's walking his man down, keeping those hands high.
Is over the eye, although it can cause him problems. There's no question about that. There's also a little blood in the bottom.
What Hagler wants to do, he wants to get Tommy against the ropes. I don't like when Tommy's moving. He's really off balance. He's not moving with good balance. The Marvin.
Hearns said he had to keep that foot outside of Hagler to be effective with the jab.
That was the hook.
Good left hook, and Hearns left his feet. Hearns is hurt.
That was the hook again, Barry.
Hearns is definitely hurt.
He is definitely hurt. And now this is when Marvin should take control.
Hearns was holding Marvin Hagler's right hand there. Now he tries to fight back. Takes the right hand. Takes the left hand. Hearns against the ropes. He's on rubber legs. Another good right hand by Hagler.
Now this is when Hagler really goes to work. Tommy shouldn't be here against the ropes.
Trying to weather the storm here in round 2. Big round for Marvin Hagler.
Hagler was really armored. Watch Tommy legs as he walks back to his corner, whether he's steady. A little rubbery leg.
Once again, Marvin Hagler hit Hearns some of his best shots.
Well, there's no question the two most prevalent words on the lips of the 15,000 here at Caesar's Palace have got to be great fight so far. This entire crowd here, as a matter of fact, collectively is on its feet as we start the third round. Richard Steele says don't push.
Hagler on his head, which meant that he really doesn't know where he is.
Tommy Hearns, he just seems to get his legs tied up.
Well, he really is awkward, and because of his height advantage.
And now we're going to get a moment for the doctor to come in as that cut just opened up.
It's not bothering your fight. No, it's not bothering his sight. Let him go.
A lot of blood on the face of Marvin Hagler, and let's see if he just doesn't try to do some serious business or just get through. That jab of Hearns is effective, even though he's throwing it off the back foot. A good right hand by Hagler drives Hearns into the ropes once more. That cut is not going to get any better. There's no question about it. Right hand sends Hearns. He doesn't know where he is. Hagler goes in for the kill now.
He's gone. He's gone.
He's down, and he may be out. I'm not sure he can make it.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And he's up. He's up at 9. He doesn't know where he is. It's over. This one is history. Marvin Hagler, a tremendous victory. And there will be no doubters in this one. And the cuts seem to have no effect. I don't think there's any question, Ray, but that Hagler hurt Hearns in the second round.
Well, see, Hagler initially threw it right from the verge.
Tommy Hearns being carried back to his corner now by his handlers. And obviously a beaten fighter.
I also stated if Tommy Hearns should lose this fight in the fashion in which it happened, he will retire.
Let's take another look at it, Ray. And I think this, as Larry Merchant mentioned, it was a cumulative effect.
And it wasn't really boxing that was at stake. It was just a matter of Hagler fighting the type of street fight. He stayed on top of Tommy. Tommy here is on Queer Street. Hagler, a good finisher.
You saw that right hand. I think you made a key point there, too. Hagler is a good finisher, and he really knows, although this was obvious, when his man is hurt.
Well, here, Tommy's eyes rolling around. He was definitely hurt. Here we have another shot. And the right hook, which was the key punch, and I made that point earlier, that would be the punch that would pretty much put Hearns out.
Well, another thing that we talked about, too, the first time that Thomas Hearns hit Marvin Hagler with the right hand, Hagler didn't step back.
But a couple of times, Marvin was shaken by Tommy's right hand. And after a while, I knew after accumulation of punches to the body, to the head, and Tommy would retreat, that it was more so in Hagler's favor.
Well, it's a tremendous victory. And Marvin Hagler, after he fought Roberto Duran here, really wanted the recognition as the great middleweight. And frankly, it wasn't a great fight. I don't see how anybody could not acknowledge the fact that Marvin Hagler was a marvelous, to coin a phrase, use his name, marvelous middleweight champion.
A very proud champion, a very dedicated champion, and he proved that. But again, this fight did not show boxing skill. It was just a matter of hard determination and a great deal of power.
But the fact is, we've seen Marvin Hagler when he does show good boxing skill.
Well, again, Barry, take a look, and that right hook put Hearns on Queer Street. Tommy here is hurt, doesn't know exactly where he is. His hands are dropped.
The winner by a TKO and still undisputed middleweight champion of the world, marvelous Marvin